I did not expect to be doing this for like 400 plus subscribers already. I don't know what I'm doing, but this has been fun. So I'm still in the process of interviewing folks to do some more videos. So for now, as a filler, I thought it would be fun to do like a get ready with me for the range. So this is my base outfit. I will wear a fitted shirt and these loose men's pants. They are the Fjallraven G1000s, and I like them because they have belt loops and they're loose. A lot of my pants are women's pants. They're not loose and they don't have belt loops, so these are the ones I picked. So I wear a fitted shirt because I have a concealed carry style holster, and if I have a loose shirt, usually means it's gonna get stuck in your holster or cover your gun or be something to deal with. Not a huge problem, you usually just rip your shirt up and draw, but for the sake of practice, I like to just keep it easy. So base outfit, usually this. If it's chilly, I actually have this hoodie I wear. It's cropped. And for the same reason I like to tuck in my shirt, I like to have a cropped hoodie because again, short fabric won't get stuck in the holster, doesn't cover the holster, makes access easy. Might just also be me, but with these hoodie strings that are crazy long, I will just tie a little bow, get them out of my way. Boom, too easy. And then because I have long hair and I go to the range maybe twice a week, there is lead exposure. So I like to try to cover my hair as best I can. Every time I go to the range is a hair wash day, and the range does have very good ventilation and they have lead soap, but it's good practice. So throw it in a ponytail, and then I get to decide between my two gay range hats. One says fruity, one has two pairs of scissors. I like a trucker hat fit, but I think this one's a little aggressive. So I went for the fruity today. It's a dad cap, not my favorite. Does the job, fruity. So ear protection. I am not someone who really loves the color pink. I will be the first to admit that pink is not for me. However, I love to bake and I love to eat sugar. And so when I saw these Walker's ear protection, I obviously had to get them. And they have teal writing, so cute. Because I have glasses, I don't take additional eye protection, I just wear my glasses. Okay, so then I thought I would show you like what's in my gun bag. What do I take? This is my gun bag. It's still kind of massive compared to my body, but I was taking an ammo can and 2 bags, and I thought, fuck it, let's consolidate. So this is the bag. It's a little more militant than I wanted, but it's something we already own and it fits everything, so this is what I take. So in the gun bag, I usually have a mailing tube. This has IPSC IPSC targets in it. I don't shoot IPSC a lot, but it's pretty standard for USPSA competitions, so I need to use them more just to get some drills in. I usually have just like several boxes of ammo just like thrown in the bag because there's not separate compartments. So the bottom of the bag is full of boxes of ammo. An hour at the range, I usually go through 4 to 5 boxes of ammo depending on what I'm doing. So when I get home, I tend to refill with 4 to 5. I always keep maybe a total of 7 in the bag just in case it's a high use day. I also have 2 types of paper. So I will take, first of all, printer paper. I do a thing at the range called dot torture. I draw 1 inch by 1 inch squares in Sharpie, and I write like wall, or I write grip, or I write trigger above it. And those are so I can practice each skill one at a time. Wall is one that I've been working on, and the idea is that as you're pulling the trigger in the trigger well, you stop right at the wall where the gun is about to go off, refocus your mind, and slowly pull. That's my big one right now. I also have the B8 targets. These are really handy dandy. I shoot them at 3, 5, 7, 10, and 25 meters. I do not recommend shooting these at 25 meters only because I don't have updated glasses, and this shit is hard to see. Like when I put my paper back in from 25 meters the other day, it is like, I don't even know if I got it. Maybe I got like 3 on paper out of 15. It was rough. I'm not great at it, so I'm working on it. I also carry what are called dummy rounds. A dummy round is basically a shell, but instead of a bullet, there's a plastic orange tip. The idea is there is nothing for the firing pin to hit, so that when you put it into your gun, it loads up normally, right? But when you shoot, nothing happens. And so it's a good way to see like your anticipatory movement. I myself and a lot of people who are getting into shooting might notice that they do a little bit of a dip with their weapon when they're about to shoot. And it's a natural thing. You're anticipating a small explosion in your hand and your body's pre-reacting. So this is a tool that a lot of people use. I'm shying away from them, but I recommend if you're trying to figure out what your problems might be. So in my side pocket, I have 3 extra things. This one is a roll of stickers. It's to cover holes in the paper so you don't waste papers so much. And they're sizable. They're like 1 inch by 1 inch. Bullet holes for 9mm are not 1 inch big, so I tend to like rip them. You don't have to do it, up to you. I also have a shot timer. It beeps and then it records what time intervals you shoot your shots. This is good if you're practicing for comps or you just want to do drills. I also have this called an up lula. It makes mag loading easier. I got tiny hands and they get tired from loading mags. So I got this and it makes it easier to load mags. The last thing in my bag is the gun and the gun belts. This is gun belt 1. This is the base gun belt. It is the fuzzy side of Velcro, and truly it is one of my least favorite things to do at the range because it is curved. And that means if you try to do it too quickly, the natural curve that's built into it will bypass the belt loop. So you've got to slow down, make sure you get every belt loop, and really pay attention. So as I said before, men's pants are pretty big. So I'll take this belt and I will Velcro it pretty high. So belly button's like 1 inch or 2 below the belt. Sits there. I will then take my gun belt. And what I do first, it's a little funny, but I will actually find the gun and I will find the best location and my favorite location to put it on my hip. Velcro that on first, and then I will Velcro the rest on. And then I will close the clasp. And again, because these are men's pants and a man's belt, there's a lot of extra fabric. So I'll take this guy, I'll actually put him below both belts, loop them through, and Velcro. So, the gun belt. A lot of people do a lot of variation. I'm very simple. I have my mags and I have my gun. So, I have a Kydex mag pouch and a fabric mag pouch. These each hold 2 mags each. So I have 4 mags. This side, Kydex holster, gun. Again, you can see how high this holster sits on my body. So this is a concealed carry holster, means it's gonna sit a little bit higher. If I wanna run a competition, I'll actually probably get I don't know the correct name, but it's probably a competition holster. It sits a little bit lower, so it sits on your belt, but there's like the 3 inches of Kydex and then the holster. So instead of drawing in your competition like this, you're drawing like this, or even like this, right? There's a difference. In this holster, this is my gun that I've been shooting. It's called the Glock 48. I was initially training on a Glock 43. I liked the 43 because it fit my hands really well, but the recoil was nuts. So we actually got the 48 a few months ago. So funny story, this is the MOS, and when we got it, the sights were incorrect, meaning they put the wrong front sight with the wrong rear sight. So for like 2 months, no matter what I did with the sight picture, my shot groups were weird. And even like multiple people tried the gun and the shot groups were weird. And then we finally realized, we measured it and like, oh, they put the wrong sight on. And so now they sent us the right sight and now it works as intended. So it's Glock 48. This is my hand size. So it fits nicely for me. I can get sweaty at the range. And so I got this like skateboard grip tape that has a topo map aesthetic. Put that on there just to make it a little bit easier. So this is the gun that I've been shooting. I have a green dot optic. I haven't put it on yet. I really like shooting iron sights and I want to get like 100% accuracy before I throw an optic on. I don't want to breed complacency. So iron sights. They're the Ameriglow iron sights, which were put on wrong. So now we're ready to go to the range. I will actually not wear this to the range. I don't personally conceal carry. So I'll take all this back off, put the gun belts back in the bag, probably take the hoodie off, it's kind of hot today, and then I will pack up and go shoot. The reason I demonstrated this too in my house is because the range I go to doesn't actually allow filming. So I'm actually gonna try a new range on Wednesday that allows filming, so maybe you can come with me, see how good or bad I am. I don't know, we'll see how the day goes. And then in the meantime, hopefully we'll get those interviews going, we'll put some new content up. And if you have any ideas, comments, whatever, let me know. Thanks for stopping by.